This hair is from this, so ignore it. I had a session today with a 27-year-old new to Los Angeles, and she was asking this question: what makes her happy? And I was thinking, that's a question I used to ask myself, and I think it's actually a dangerous question. I think many of us ask that question, and when you ask yourself what makes you happy, so for me back in the day, it was things. It was the house in the hills. It was a thriving career, the cars, girl, whatever. And when you start asking yourself what makes you happy, that thing, that answer you have is going to have power over your life. You're going to hang your life on that, and then your happy is going to be contingent, right? So I don't think that happy lives on an island. I don't think that there are things like people or any kind of noun, relationships, cars, whatever, that's going to make you happy. I think what happens is you decide to start injecting meaning into your life, right? I think without meaning, it's impossible to be happy. Once you start to inject some meaning into your life, sorry, there's helicopters and shit. Once you start to inject meaning into your life, there are three things: meaning, joy or pleasure, right? And I think that's an ability to produce that. If you're not in a state or have the ability to produce joy, you're never going to be quote unquote happy. And I think the third thing is engagement. So actually engaging with people, with friends in your relationship. Ask yourself, is there meaning in your life? Are you able to produce joy? Not with what's going to come, but with what you have now, right? And I think that's what makes it difficult. Because if you could do that, then you could be grateful. And if you could practice gratitude, you're going to be living at a more higher state. You're not going to be dipping into lower frequencies. That's going to turn you just, grayed out and invisible. And then engagement. Are you actually living, or are you just existing? Are you engaging with communities? Are you engaging with your partner? Are you engaging with your friends? Are you really showing yourself? Are you being vulnerable? Are you being a false version of you? So engagement. God, I got fucking blisters and shit all over. I'm a mess today. I was on the bike all day. So anyway, whatever. So engaging at work, right? In your creativity, engaging with your fitness. Are you just going through the motions, or are you truly engaging? And this is where mindfulness comes in. And I think it's a practice. So instead of asking yourself what's going to make you happy, which then gives that thing the power, right? And then you start swimming toward that. And then when you get on that island, you realize that's not what it is that's going to make you happy, or maybe you want more or different or better, whatever. Maybe ask yourself if these three things are in your life, and if not, how can you start to build them, inject them, thread them into your life? Meaning, right? Doing things that are meaningful to you. The ability to produce joy. So it doesn't matter if it's a motorcycle ride or a retreat. Are you able to inject and produce joy in your life, right? And it could be moments, right? It doesn't matter how big or small, but the ability to produce that for yourself with what you have now, not when things come. So joy, pleasure, and finally engagement. Are you truly engaging with friends, with work, with your creativity, with just everything? Are you engaging in the bedroom with your lover? And if you're not, then ask yourself why. So engagement, joy, and meaning, I think, starts to build a life where you then wake up and realize that you are in fact happy.